Okay, what's going on, good people? This is Superman Dan, Harlem 19. Sorry, I just had a peanut butter cookie from AM/PM. Delicious as hell. Dan Fitch, whatever you may want to call me, label me as far as my nicknames, my mini names go. So this video here on my YouTube channel is titled Positivity. I mean, when we talk about being positive, we want to make an impact in the world. You want to make others feel good. You want to always be in a good mood, uplift people's spirits. For me, I've been through hell. I've been to heaven. I've been through some great situations. I've been to some pretty awful situations. And as I may have mentioned on this channel or just in person to people I know, I've always used those negative situations to help fuel me, to give me a sense of purpose, a sense of pride, to exceed the expectations that others put upon me, to try to bring me down. But me, I try to use those bad situations, those negatives, to uplift myself in order to succeed and reach the goals that I plan on reaching. But this video is titled Positivity because I want to talk about what it means to be positive and why I am so positive. Within 10 minutes, maybe less, probably will be less, because I want to do some videos on me shooting around. I'm off for the next 3 days from work, so I want to get some more content going. I mean, I have hundreds of videos, that's not the point, but it's more just keeping things fresh. Even though it's usually the same types of videos, it's always a new video. And just I try to be creative as far as the backyard videos, but just for those loyal, faithful followers, I appreciate that as well. Your viewership, your likes, even if you dislike, that's fine. Critique. I choose to have my comment section disabled because there is negatives people in the world and people that just want to hate, just to hate. I'm not gonna lie, I've hated on LeBron for years because he didn't go to the Knicks. He went to Miami after he left Cleveland 2010-ish. Then he did that that big spectacle with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. And we're not gonna win not one, not two, not three, and they said they're gonna win 8 championships. It wasn't realistic. It was like kind of a spit in the face to the other 29 NBA teams that are still in the league, regardless of what people may think about those other teams outside of Miami at the time. And then they were one of those newer super teams in this 2010-ish era. But as far as that goes, I'm sorry, I throw a lot of extra stuff in these videos because my mind is just so full of different things. It's just not always easy to say it. But I am articulate enough to explain myself in a certain way, but I'm also an intellectual. I can have conversations about a lot of different topics in the world, and life, and sports, and politics. I choose not to with politics because people get really, and I root for who I root for. I am, who I am as far as politics goes. I go for who I go for, but it is what it is. But I don't want that to ruin my channel so I choose not to talk about politics. I'll talk about anything else, but not politics. So as far as being positive, you have to look at the life situations that you've been through. You have to look and see, why is everybody around me so down about stuff going on in the world? I get it, It's going to be those times where things are tough. The going gets tough, the tough gets going. You ever hear that saying? But you don't have to be that way. You can be yourself. You can, everybody. The problem with the world, the problem with America, let alone the world, is we are all trying to emulate or imitate someone else that is doing better than us in the world. And you can't be that way. You have to move in the now. Live in the now. Do not live in the past, but you don't want to go too further to try to live in the future. You want to prepare yourself and make preparations for your future, for your children's future, for the future of mankind, for people that you work for, you work with, etc. But you have to still go day by day. Even if you're not religious. My father, he's very religious, but he doesn't label himself as a Christian for understandable reasons. The church systems are corrupt, right? But he always tells me, God bless him, he's sick, he's possibly dying. He's 68 years old. He's the love of my life, along with my girlfriend, my future wife, Lois. Like, my father, he's given me everything and more as far as being a mentor, a friend, and a father to me from my birth up to my nearly 29 years of life. You know what I'm saying? Damn flies. But it's like, you have to understand, when it comes to being positive, there's nothing wrong with it. Everybody wants to be negative because that's all they know. But if you can just shift, turn that gear into something different, a different perspective, then you can really make something of your life. And you'll see the change in your personality. You'll see the change in your daily routine. Just being peaceful. For me, working at Walmart, working retail, for the first time ever, I worked so many different jobs. I worked at Wall Street, I worked fast food. You know, you see it in my description. If you actually saw my description, it's very detailed. I labeled it. You know, I root for a lot of sports teams. I abbreviated them. I have a college degree, Human Service Associates of Arts degree, along with a couple of certificates. And I'm very proud of that. I just got it this year. It took me 10 years. I grinded. Not 10 years of college necessarily, but about 7.5. I took breaks in between. Life situations happened. I was getting financial aid. I might still have a little bit left. I didn't have to take out student loans, but that might be something I might have to do in the future. I don't want to, but I want to keep going as far as my college education and pursuing a career in mental health, social work, foster care, or one of the above as far as human services goes. Hell, even something in the sociological field, sociology. But as far as being positive, you have to understand that life is not always going to be easy. But if you at least have that mindset, that positive, that great look on life, that things will get better, things actually start to get better because you prepare yourself towards that path of greatness. So as far as being positive goes, you have to understand where you are in the now. You can't live too far back and too far ahead. You have to stay in your lane, as so to speak, like LeVar Ball has said, but not like that, but more just live in the now, live with what you have. And that's the problem with a lot of people, is that they want to live a lifestyle that's not even theirs. They're imitating someone else. And excuse me, I'm about to say them. I don't want to get monetized for cursing. Stuff like that is the reason why people are so depressed. Millennials like myself, we're depressed. I'm not gonna say I haven't been. I use a lot of social media, but at least I understand those people that are there for me, my friends, those that I do consider friends. You know, look out for me. I try to send Christmas cards and money to the kids of my friends or my nieces, the younger generations, just to help them out, but also to show that I still love them, that I still care about them. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my own thing, yes, but I still stay in touch with those who are really close to me, those I've known for many years since I was a kid, teenager, etc. Now I'm a grown man with a family, with responsibilities, way more than I've had before, but I'm at peace because I know where I stand in my life. I still have goals and aspirations. You know, it's kind of the same word. Aspiration is another word for goal, but I have goals. I also have aspirations, which is another more intellectual version of a goal to be reached. So as far as being positive, there's nothing wrong with being positive all the time. People don't understand it at Walmart where I work because they're always negative. And that type of environment can bring that upon you to be negative. But I don't want that to be me. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes to just life, this is a video motivation, not just me ranting about myself, but just to motivate you to keep going. Never give up. This is for the people who are in danger of taking their own lives. This is for the people that do not understand what it means to be loved, or do not feel that they are being loved by those around them, whether it's their family or friends. Do not give up. There is always someone out there that wish they had what you had, even if you feel like you don't have that much. Even if you're living in an apartment, a house that's not as fancy looking, but you got that. That's yours. You have to be proud of yourself for the little accomplishments that you do have in this world. And that's why I say it is so important to be positive at all times, because that good energy, that good spiritual karma, whatever you believe in, will come back unto you twice fold. And this is one of my rare videos where I'm actually speaking to whoever watches this video from my YouTube channel, from my backyard with my tripod. Shout out to Amazon. But seriously though, stay positive. The world needs more positivity now more than ever. Thank you very much and have a blessed day.